Yeah.
Dynasty, you so wavy.
Yeah, they got you talking Kyrie, Kanye, Jews, and Illuminati. On my timeline, these thirsty ratchets shaking their body. We all distracted, blinded, bamboozled by the dragons. They selling my people lies, then telling us we getting canceled. I imagine devils dancing and prancing around like some demons. They preying on people's children and act like Jesus believers. They true deceivers of life. I like to write about conflict. My calm shit'll blow your brain cells back to your mom's clip. We talk shit, gang affiliated, but on some conscious. You'll never catch me walking through Wisconsin. I'm just mobbing with my Chrysler 3. One cool Tacoma G. King Wojak. If you don't know, then that's your problem, P. We probably supposed to like you, but you fuck it up.
Hey, yo, what's poppin'? It's your girl Melissa with Monaé Media, and we are live at the Blue Dog today. It's what? January 25th. We're in Fife, Washington. And I'm here with the one and only rapper, artist, activist, Jewler. Oh, so many. He has so many titles.
Coolest dude you could ever meet. Father of 5, grandfather, 53 years old, Capricorn, January 7th, just turned 53. It's an honor to be here on this earth in these times, in these days. So I'm here finally coming with my obligation to let Miss Monaé Media interview the king.
It's been a while. I mean, because I've been to many of your pop-ups, and we haven't been able to connect and just do an interview. We have done a few lives, a few recordings, but why don't you give us a little bit of who you are, Mark Womack?
Just a little bit. It's so much. It's so much. Like, what part do the people want? Do they want to know if I'm active in the music industry still? No, I'm not. But I still record music every now and then. I just recorded with Bobby Womack's son, my cousin, out of Los Angeles, California, 2 weeks ago, around my birthday, around New Year's Eve time. Recorded with Will Jordan, famous platinum artist. So we have put in some work, but it's just because we love music, we love hip hop. We're not looking for a record deal, we're not looking for notoriety, we just love music, and if the music is loved by others, then we have done our part. I also am just a custom crafted jeweler with these copper pieces that we got on, that I have Miss Monaé outfitted with, and myself too.
We are going to get to that.
We are going to get to that.
We are going to get to that.
I am a hip-hop artist out of Tacoma, Washington, first rap artist to have a record deal in Tacoma, Washington, and we are live here right now at the Poodle Dog to get into some real questions about what I've been doing, what's going on with me, what's going on with Miss Monaé, why is she here trying to interview me, who am I, is he famous, nah, does he got likes and views and follows, is he viral, I don't know, we don't need to know about that, but we're going to find out about anything Ms. Monaé would like to ask me today.
Boy, so I think I want to start with the rapping, the music industry, where that came from, where it originated from. Was your family into music? Where was your first recording? Okay. How about, let's start there.
Okay. Well, I had no idea that I would become a rap artist in the early 90s. So, quick story, I was in a hip-hop group called the Def City Rockers in Tacoma, Washington in the 85, 86, 87 era. And there was High Performance, which is another group from Tacoma, Washington, and we were all trying to be hip-hop. High Performance was the first group to defeat the New York City Breakers at the Tacoma Dome. Right after the Tacoma Dome was built, High Performance defeated the New York City Breakers. We met up with High Performance and their rappers on the streets of Tacoma and downtown at the block party. We used to have Tacoma block parties, and my two MCs, Quiz Sean D and Freshy Fresh, were battling High Performance and Marcia Gilbert. first female MC to come out and destroy my crew members. It was a female MC. She used to write and hang out with Eazy-E and them guys. So I'm just dropping names right now because this is true Tacoma hip-hop history. Marcia Gilbert was the first MC to destroy my crew and my inspiration to write some raps. Because I was like, no, hell no, she's not gonna blow my crew up like that. So, and I was a DJ that time. I was DJing, so I went home and filled up my first notebook of raps, but I wrote my first rap about high performance, Marcia Gilbert, and I tried it out with my crew, and they laughed me off, told me to stick to DJing, but I learned that rap, and I went out and battled, and I became Wojak. I became MC Def first. MC Def in 1985. Okay.
How old were you in 1985?
15.
Wow.
15 years old.
Wow.
On my way to Foss High School, summer. That was the summer, but I was going to 10th grade to Foss High School, and we were battling downtown in Tacoma, and that's when I started writing my rap, writing my hip hop. And that's it. And so I just became Mark Womack, and I pursued that trail of MCing on until I ran into Ice-T. He told me I was a great artist, had great vocalry. Mix-a-Lot told me I had great vocals, I had a great voice for rap, and they guided me into this game, and that's who pushed me forward. They were my two mentors that pushed me forward into hip-hop.
So how was it, I mean, did you travel with Sir Mix-a-Lot? Like, what?
I did. We we got a record deal with Criminal Nation. We got a record deal with Nasty Mix Records in 1990. We signed a contract with Ed Lock, Sir Mix-a-Lot, and a bunch of other execs, and that was my first introduction to real hip hop, to being in a label that, this label, Nasty Mix, was the first independent label in America to have a record deal and not have any major backing, no Def Jam, no big other labels were backing them, so it was just Nasty Mix. So we were the first label to have a gold and platinum album with Sir Mix-a-Lot without any support from any other label. And that's the label I was a part of. So we also made some noise. We sold a few records and they robbed us and didn't give us any money. Kicked us off the label, sold my masters to a few folks out there, some people that own the Paramount Theater. And these are just real facts in history. Ed Lock was the owner of Nasty Mix Records. Governor Gary Locke was Ed Lock's family member, and so when they got money, they split that money up, and Governor Locke became governor. It's a long, deep story, but we're gonna tap in at that.
And so, you know, we know that, you know, back in the day was in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Hip hop was growing.
Right.
Yeah, we were growing with hip hop along. So, you know.
So you learned a lot of valuable lessons. You learned how to
Firsthand.
have, absolutely.
Firsthand.
Yeah.
Yes. It was my college. It was my college upbringing. I didn't go to any regular colleges. I went to the School of Hard Knocks in Tacoma, Hilltop Streets. Okay. Anybody been to the School of Hard Knocks in Tacoma? You graduated. You're a special kind of person. Yes.
Shout out.
You know what I mean? We're here today. So yeah, Hilltop, Tacoma, Washington, gang infested, drugs, criminals, crime, crooked police. It was all types of stuff, and it was the same settings that you would have at Boys in the Hood, the movie,
Yeah.
but just Tacoma.
Right.
Different characters.
Correct.
Different characters.
Correct.
Same story.
Same story, different characters. Absolutely. Oh.
So how long did you work with Sir Mix-a-Lot? How long did the record label, how long did it go for?
It was a 4-year stretch, 4-year run, 1990 to 94. I had 2 albums I put out, Criminal Nation, Release the Pressure, Criminal Nation, Trouble in the Hood, and then I had a group of MCs that I put together called the DCP organization, and we put them out. So I put 3 albums out on Criminal Nation, on Nasty Mix Records. And then that's the time that Ichiban, Ain't No Future in Your Front, shout out to MC Breed, who passed away, but we were co-signed to his label by then, because Nasty Mix did a label deal with them. They gave Nasty Mix $50 million in 1994, and Ed Lock disappeared. Ed Lock disappeared, but came back as Sheila Lock.
Are you real?
Hi Sheila, how you doing out there? You know that's true. Ed Lock, the owner of Nasty Mix Records, disappeared with $50 million, showed back up a year later, Sheila Locke, a full-blown female.
You heard it first on Monaé Media.
That's the first time. That's some Seattle stuff. This is facts. I'm not here to harm anybody. I'm just here to tell the facts.
And that's all that matters. Okay. Well,
Nasty Mix, they disbanded. They went bankrupt. Ed Locke disappeared for his hiatus. Sir Mix-a-Lot was a little disgruntled. He went and sued Nasty Mix for $2 million about, and he went off with Def America Records and went on his run of hip hop. But he didn't really deal with Criminal Nation, not Have Performance, any other MCs from Washington, but his friends, and he didn't even put them out. So shout out to Sir Mix-a-Lot. We still love you.
we absolutely do. Oh, okay. So after the music stopped, I mean, did you like completely stop doing music, or did you just?
I hooked up with other producers. I went with MAS, one of the top producers out of Seattle, Washington, a band member. He just played all the instruments. We produced an album called Where You Going, Whoa. Then I just jumped back into hip hop and produced underground records, like 4 or 5, maybe 6 underground records that are just floating around. No one has ever really heard because I didn't get any distribution. I didn't put it out fully. I just love to record music. So during my time, I was in Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia, recording up there with folks, all the way down to California, recording down in California with some of my family members. Meech Wells, shout out to Meech Wells, Bobby Womack's nephew. Recording with some of the greats and just staying humble and letting the energy of my vibration be pushed into the right places. You know what I mean? I used to fight it. I used to try to get myself to the right place, but now, you know, in this day and age, I just let myself float to it because it's coming to me, or I'm coming to it, either or. We gonna meet. You just gotta be patient.
You definitely got to be patient, and in life is a process, you know, and we go through things in life to learn and to grow and to be stronger, and, you know, the older we get, we know better. You know what I mean?
We learn lessons every day.
Every day.
Mm-hmm. And so in my lessons of learning about hip hop, about music, about traveling, is just humbling myself, trying to make sure that I respected people more and not disrespected my boundaries, my areas. I always had a deep problem with the girlfriends that I used to have because it was hard being a real hip hop icon and having a girlfriend who didn't want you to be that guy, who didn't want you to have fans, who didn't want you to have friends, who didn't want you to be, you know, just narcissistic, as they call it, you know, believing about yourself, thinking about yourself. So I was also married during 94, and I had a beautiful wife. We had 3 beautiful children, and we were married for 13 years. And that's the other part of my life. I was married trying to do hip hop, which was clashing, destroying my family, and making me and driving me crazy. I was depressed. Hell, I've been depressed since the record deal. I started dealing with the record. So, but it's about just transitioning and digesting what you do and accepting your responsibilities for your mistakes and failures.
And growing with what you're doing, you know? I mean, it's not easy owning a business, running a business, doing music, going to the studio, but at the same time, you also have a family that needs you, wants you to protect them. And, you know, balancing the two out, you definitely have to have a strong woman by your side to be able to manage that, you know, and understanding and knowing.
Your woman has to believe in you. Okay? My woman didn't believe in me. She loved me. She loved me as a man, as the person I was. She didn't believe in the music. She didn't believe in the hip hop stuff. And I didn't want her to be a part of that because I wanted to separate business and family from that. But, you know, at nighttime, I was riding, I was rolling, I was riding out to to different shows, events. I was trying to do my thing and trying to get my hip hop career moving again. Even though I didn't have a label, didn't have nobody backing me, I was still trying to just live this hip hop life and still be married. And that didn't go well. It didn't work. It's oil and water. And a lot of people are going through this right now. You have a woman out there and she loves you, but she don't love what you do. She don't love your hip hop. She don't love the way that you think you are, the way you think you dressing outside of the house. She don't, and that's hard to be with someone who doesn't love what you do. So your woman has to be a strong supporter of your craft. And I just had a lot of women in my life that did not love my crafts. So that's the downfall of Wojak. That now, you know, I'm telling the well-rounded story to let you know that I was married, I was an adulterer, I was an asshole, I was a jerk, I was a gangbanger, I was fighting, I was somewhat him. I was adopting his ways, but I was also I had a mom and dad, I had family upbringing, I had people praying for me, and I knew better. And that's the thing about it, I knew better, but I still had to dabble. I still had to figure it out my way. I still had to learn my lessons, you know, in order for me to be humble, this person today, with the beautiful things that I'm doing at this very moment. I had to learn to crawl before I walked, before I ran, and now I'm just chilling. I'm flying. Everything.
Now you in the sky.
With
the Eagles.
I'm calling fans. My fans back here.
Hey, sister. Isaac. My sister GSD, you know, getting shit done. Y'all know what it is. Don't act like you don't know, but we got the zip up hoodies now. They just came in. Oh, it is? Oh, I say that then. Okay, so, oh, man. Okay, how many children do you have?
I have a total of 5 children.
Okay, how many grandbabies do you have?
I have a total of 5 grandchildren.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It was.
Watching them grow up, the different personalities.
It's a lot. So I'm going to keep it 100. I'm not the type of grandpa that wanted to be a grandpa at this age and be grandpa, okay? I don't want a grandpa, okay? I don't want no more kids. I have 5 kids, right? So I got them launched up and started. And I remember when my parents used to drop us off at grandma's house so grandma could watch us while they go work. And we don't have that type of grandpa in these days, okay? We don't have that, okay? You cannot drop your kids off. For me to raise these little niggas around here, I love them too. Oh man, they're a blessing for an hour or 2 or 3. But after that, they got to go to sleep, or they want to eat, or they want to cry, and they want to fuck. I ain't got time.
We don't got no babies running around.
I don't have time for that, fam. I know no disrespect to anybody who does have time for it and makes time for it. And I do have my grandkids. My grandkid with us today. He'll be here this afternoon in a minute. One dude touching all my crystals, asking me to make him something. He's 4.5 years old, but a bright being. And I want him to grow up to be a strong soldier in this world, because this world is really preying on children. And that's the facts about it. So, I do have 5 grandchildren, and I protect them all with the power. Okay? With the power.
Oh, man. It's such an amazing thing. Like, if you guys could see what I'm looking at right now, all these gems and everything that's going on, there's so much energy in this room. It's absolutely amazing, and it feels so good. It just feels natural, and this is where I need to be at right now. So
from hip hop.
Yeah.
From hip hop, I said, forget this. I gotta have a life. I gotta do something that makes money. So I went into selling cars. And I started my first car business in Federal Way at Pacific Coast Ford. Started selling cars for a few shady characters. They taught me the game, and I mastered it very well. I learned how to sell other people's product, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 cars to people with bad credit, no credit, some credit, good credit. I learned how to do that, and I mastered the art of dealing with people, several people. So from 2008 and up, I was selling cars, good 10, 15 years, okay? Mastering it, been to a lot of different dealerships. #1 at every car dealership I go to, Mark Womack had a #1 plaque, or was the #1 salesman by the end of 3 or 4 months. I wasn't playing, because I know people loved me, and I was social media active, and I had people coming to see me all day long. It was just,
it's your energy.
You remember, I was selling cars, Monaé. You see me on social
It's your energy. It's your energy. It's attractive, you know, and you know what you're talking about. Come see him. Come see him.
Today is crystals and stones, folks. That's where we're trying to get to right now. I did a stint of selling cars, learning how to deal with people. COVID hit. I was released from selling RVs and motorhomes at Fife RV. Thank God, it was a dead place. I didn't want to be none of the salesmen that were there. Okay, they were all.
They had that passion though, and plus it was dirty and.
It was not a good environment. Bad Boys Club, you know, I was like signed into a Bad Boys Club over there, and I decided I was happy that I quit. That they gave me the pink slip because COVID was coming. I didn't want to deal with nobody around COVID. I'm germophobic. I got to put the mask on. I got to spray Raid and Lysol on everybody. And I don't know what it is, but don't come around me with that sickness. Just don't come around me with this sniffle.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you right now, if you come around him, he is going to spray you with Raid. He don't care what it is you got. Don't breathe on him. Absolutely. We gonna pour bleach on you, you know.
Sneeze, I think you've called my name, and I'll look in your direction because that's the alert that I don't want to be around that area over there. Don't cough and sneeze, fam. That's all. COVID has made us all really very fearful of germs and talking, and so. But
and if you haven't changed your life since COVID, and you ain't cleaner than you used to be, something's wrong with you.
Washing your hand. You see people with the mask on, pull the mask off, sneeze, and then put the mask back on.
You should have extra masks in your purse, on your person. You know what I mean?
Dirty mask. The mask be looking all brown, and it's just
like they didn't wear it for a week.
There's new masks. You can't be out here with the dirty mask, and that's COVID right there on this mask.
Oh,
so anyway,
said it's written all over your face.
I'm a little germophobic, and I hold my breath a lot around certain folks and certain peoples, and so that's just the way my mom raised me, and that's it. But today, Mark Womack is a very humbled, beat down by life, beat down by just poor choices. Now I'm with the right people in my circle, in my zone, and it's a very small circle because everybody want a big circle, want a lot of people in the circle, and that's destructive because not everybody in your circle is for you. Okay?
So you know how you get higher to the top? You can't have a big circle, you get smaller, the higher that you go. You can't carry all that weight up with you.
Not at all.
You know?
And it's heavy. And not everybody's dream is your dream. You can't. Everybody's got their own dream. Remember this. Everybody around you, everybody got their own dream. Nobody has your dream. Just
or
you.
Your vision.
Or your vision. Or your passion. Or your vibration. They don't have it. So it's rare if you do find somebody that does vibrate with you and wants to share your dream and your life and your passion. And I found that person. I have that person in my life. She has helped me design Def Gyms to the fullest, and we are still designing it to the highest capacity that we can. And so I'm not the only one. I didn't create this by myself. I didn't come into this with this beautiful jewelry by myself. My woman laid in my head, laid in the bed, and whispered in my ear every night about something I could do with this Trump money that was coming in from COVID. Okay, we was getting Trump checks, man. That was crazy. And every week on my card, I was getting 577, and child support was taking 570. Okay, so I would have got some paper, but I was getting Trump money, and I didn't know what to do with it. I just had free money, and so I started buying crystals. I started buying pyramid resin stuff to make pyramids with, and I cut that out because it was dirty. And Def Gym started forming in the year of 2020. During COVID.
What was your first gem piece, and what inspired it?
If I go way back then, it was just a pyramid. I was making resin pyramids, you know, the organite pyramids that had the layers. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna do these layered pyramids. And it took 5 days to make a nice pyramid, but you had to have 50-50 resin, and it had to be right. So me being too impatient, I was doing 49, 48, 51, 60. I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was trying. And I messed up a lot, but I made some beautiful pieces. And I decided to just take the crystals out of the organite pyramids, wrap them in copper, and make a little loop on them, and make a necklace out of it. And I made my first necklaces, started going out to a few shows after I had my business together, and bingo. People were buying my pieces. People were saying I had beautiful work. They were saying it was custom. They were loving the gauge of copper that I use. which is different from a lot of different other copper dealers. They do small gauge copper. I'm doing 14, 12, and 10 and 8 gauge copper on most of my pieces. So yes, if you see, I got some unique styles. Custom chokers. This is a neck piece right here. Let me take this off. And folks, this is called Def Gems. This goes from hip hop to jewelry. I wanted you to know that
Gems.
Def Gems.
Where did the name come from?
Just being creative,
Yeah.
hip hop,
Yeah.
having the mindset to think outside the box and being hip hop.
Yeah.
And it was a hip hop inspired jewelry line, so I wanted to make sure that I did have something that was designated for hip hop artists, for people that loved hip hop, that listen to hip hop. What type of jewelry would hip hoppers wear? Copper.
Gems.
Def Gems. Stop it.
Def
If it
Gems.
ain't Def Gems, what is it?
What is it?
This is a choker piece right here with the smoky quartz, as you see. Choker piece with the smoky quartz. I'm showing all camera angles, okay?
Oh, yes.
And so I just locked it in right here, put it on your neck, okay? And then you lock it in right here on your piece, and you have Def Gems. This is a selenite. This is a moon piece. I call this a mighty moon, okay? It's glowing. You can see when the light hits it, it can illuminate, and then it has a nice solid copper piece around it, and it's on a nice copper chain. All my pieces come with a free custom copper chain, so you can, yeah, well, it feels grounded. I feel grounded, I feel real good, and this right here is a crown that I created, which a lot of these are starting to take off, cap crowns for folks. This is 3 amethysts, malachite, and sodalite all together.
Yeah, because I was looking over there at the other table, and I was like, oh, there's crowns.
Yes, I do crowns. And the crowns are then some of my top selling pieces at the metaphysical shows, which I'm part of every week. The MeWe fairs and BDPC. Shout out to them for holding us down. Shout out to the Tacoma Night Market for holding us down. Shout out to the Fairy Fest for holding us down. We've been rocking every one of these shows, and when we come to the show, we bring that vibration. We play music. Other vendors don't have music to play. Oh, I'm playing high EDM, dubstep, all types of high vibrational music that make people feel like buying, feel like dancing, feel good. You got to have a good vibration if they're gonna buy you.
There's so much energy in this room. Like right when I came in the door, I'm just like, my mouth just opened up. I've never seen him set up like this, but I've been to plenty of his pop-ups, but this is a nice setup. But this isn't even, you said this is what percent?
This is like a 65-70% of my product. I still have at least 45% pieces at home, lots of crowns, lots of pieces, because I don't stop creating, fam. I just keep creating. I am the creator of all these pieces, one-on-one, one of a kind, no two alike. When I leave this earth, if you don't have a Def Gems, it's gonna cost you $1 million to get one, because it's gonna have so much stigmatism attached to it. You're not gonna, so come get a Def Gem while they're $45, $65, $55, $75, okay? Just that's it, folks. That ain't a lot.
My mother has one. My daughter has one. I mean, they know who he is. They know when we pull up, oh, I know exactly who he is. And he explains to you what each gem means.
What do I pull up in, Melissa?
What do you mean? Every time you already pulled up. You already set up and ready.
What do I pull up in, though?
What do you mean? As in car?
No.
What do you mean?
When she comes to see me down at the waterfront, and a lot of you have seen me down at the waterfront in a black 1982 Coleman pop-up camper converted into a store of crystals.
Yes.
2 side tables. You can look on both sides. I got pieces hanging high and low. I got my staffs planted around, and you come up to Def Gems, and a lot of folks just stop and say, hey, we just want to see what you're doing. We're seeing crystals, and then once they see what I got, the next question is, do you take card? Do you take card? Oh my, ma'am, I do. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, credit cards, I process it all. What do you like? Okay, and I give deals on all my pieces. And I used to give out, let's talk 2021, 22. I must have gave out over 2,000 free kids pieces. free glow-in-the-dark necklaces for the children.
Yeah.
Okay? If any one of your kids got a Def Gems, got a free glow-in-the-dark necklace at a show, and you ain't even came to see me or thank me or say anything, shame on you. Okay? Because I made your kids feel really great by getting them a Def Gems, and I ain't seen none of the parents come and be like, oh, that was great. You gave my son one time. Oh, I appreciate it. No, they don't care about that.
Listen, every time you see me, who am I with?
Your kids. And do they got a Def Gems piece? Do they got some Def Gems?
Absolutely.
Hey, did I charge you?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. So I'm just saying, I want you guys to know that I have the right to be a little salty about the community. About the community, okay? About the community support, okay? About the likes on social media. I mean, come on, listen, folks. This shit free. It don't cost you nothing to hit the like and say that's a nice picture. It don't cost you nothing to hit the love button. You don't even have to hit the love button. Just hit the like. Say I seen you, so I know that you've seen it. But a lot of people will see your stuff, keep on scrolling because they don't have time to hit the like.
But they see it.
But they see it. They see you working. They see you hustling. They like it. They love it, but they don't want to hit the like. They want to show no support. And that's all we're really doing on social media.
That's a lot of the
That's all we do for social media for it, just to hit the like button so we know that our product is being seen, our product is being respected, our hustle, and I'm talking about product. I don't care about your rants and things you got to say. You don't have to like all that, but we're talking about business, product. So
networking.
I
mean, there's so many of us out here that are doing the same thing but different.
Everybody
If that doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We're doing the same thing but different. We're all doing the same thing. So what does it hurt to just?
And it's Tacoma. To be honest with you,
Yes,
it's
please.
your city of Tacoma versus the rest of the world. It's your city of Seattle versus the rest of the world. The city of Lakewood versus the rest of the world. You must support your local booth, your vendors, the people that are out here grinding, working to make Tacoma great, to make this vibration. Because if Def Gems go universal, everybody in Japan and Russia wearing Def Gems, now it's a Tacoma staple. Now they want to put you in the
Then they know about you
Then they
and
wanna-
who you
yeah.
are. And we've been out here. We've been doing this.
We can wait, A lot of us been grinding and working, but we are all here to try to just show our dedication to life, to earth. You know what I mean? A lot of us could be doing crimes, could be hoeing and tricking people and just doing drugs. We're not doing none of that. We're staying on the highest vibration of vibrations and waiting for the masters to come back and save us. Thank you. And I'm saying
Amen.
myself as I'm speaking right now because that shit's going hard.
Absolutely. And the older we get, we know better. We know, but the older we get, we know better. So if you don't know by now, and you're the age that
I'm 53. I don't mind saying I'm 53. I just turned 53 January 7th, 1970. I was born. Here I am today. You know what I know? You know what I seen? I got a lot of stories, a lot of places, a lot of crooked paths we done been through that I can go back and just tell you about. But here we are today just talking about a product that is vibrationally correct. People love it. I make people feel good. I don't want to choke my own chain, but listen, at the end of the day, when I go back and look at these pictures of people smiling with my pieces on, hundreds of pictures, pieces of faces, different style, people that don't even know me, came to meet me, loved my vibration, and said, yes, whatever price you pay, you say for that, I'm going to pay for it. That was love. That's love. And that's all I'm saying. That's out there, folks. That real love is out there. So if you don't get it from the people you expect it from, stop expecting it. Get out there and go grind it and watch people that actually love, that don't even know you. That don't even know you from anything will come up to you and show you the most support and love and make you feel like you're doing something. And trust me, folks, I love that. Thank you to every single person that has purchased the Def Gems in 2022, 2023, 2021, and 2020, okay? Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, I really mean it. I'm so grateful, and I'm still going. We're still out here to do 2023 right, too. So be patient. If you don't know where we at, check my schedule at defgems.com. It'll tell you where we're going to be at next week, and the week after that, and the week after that. And if you can't make it, buy online.
Oh, you have a website?
I have a website, defgems.com. It's not the best, but we're working on it, but it's hard to keep up with your website and to make it aesthetically pleasing when you're only two people.
Okay, amen.
And another person got a job too.
You know what?
So look at that piece on you though.
I know. Okay,
Stop
can
it.
we talk about this?
Yeah, we can talk about that.
Okay,
Come
here,
on.
you hold this.
This piece right here, folks, I just grabbed it because I said this is going to be the most stunning piece on her. It fits already perfectly. It's a 5 quartz choker copper necklace pendant. So if you just feel like going out, you put on that dress, you got a little accent of copper in your dress and some gold shoes on, you throw this thing on, I'm talking about attraction times 10. This is the God stone, the master stone to give you all the vibrations. So now she has a rose quartz ring on. So let's say if she has these 2 combinations on, these 5 stones vibrationally times 10. This stone right here is going to vibrate out higher. It's a rose quartz. And so the love is going to come. People are going to be loving her. Oh my God, what's that? Oh, if you want that attention, then you put on a Def Gems, and Def Gems will bring that action. Okay. You do love architecture. Monaé, it looks so fabulous on you. I'm afraid to tell you that you can't have it, but you can.
You already did.
You
already did, and I took
but I
that.
think you should have it though, because oh my God. You must, you know what I mean? If you don't go anywhere tonight or tomorrow or the next week, you must put that on and stun everybody. Def Gems. That's all I'm saying. If it's not Def Gems, what is it, folks?
What is it?
Okay. And I've been watching Miss Monaé Media. Let's keep it real. I told her this was coming. I've been watching Miss Monaé Media. She's been asking me for this interview for about a year or 2.
About
a year,
that.
since she started Monaé Media. She, I met her at Urban Solutions. Shout out to the Urban Solutions gang out there. Okay. Met her there, and then she said, hey, I got to get an interview. I'm starting Monaé Media by myself. But she was just a baby. She was just a baby. So I was like, nah, I can't interview with a baby. I don't speak baby. I speak grown woman. Okay. So when she finally grew up, and she grew up fast. Okay, she got all her interview equipment together. She got the lights, she got a producer, she got her Monaé Media microphone, and it ain't no more just interviews at somebody's house and in their apartments and C-rated stars.
We do a red carpet events.
Oh my gosh, she's with the king right now, okay? The ones. I'm just me, okay? That's just me. She's with the king right now, so she has stepped her game up, and I have granted her that. Somebody beating like a beating. They got that bump. That's how you go back in the old school when you hear the Crips rolling by, 15 cars deep, they had them cars beating like that. Boy, you knew the Crips was coming, okay? Get your ass in the house. It was coming. It was gonna get shot. I grew up in gangs and criminal lifestyles and all different stuff, so my group was called Criminal Nation, and I lived what I was doing. And it was not good, but it was life-changing.
That's the most important. You have to live what you gotta speak about what you're living.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's gotta be the truth. It's gotta be facts.
It was facts, but we did put some fabrications on it as young kids. But here we are today, Monaé. Listen, it's 2023, and the most important thing from this interview is that I want a lot of folks to take is that time is ticking very fast. It's almost the end of January. 5 more days, January done, okay? It went by super fast. Time is ticking. Portals are open. The demons are doing some things that they are doing. They shouldn't be doing, but they're going to do anyway. And the elevation, the alert level is on 5, DEFCON 5, if you know what that means. So we don't got time to play out here, folks. You got to look over your shoulders. There's been 35 mass shootings in America since January 1st. It's the 25th, and it's been 35 mass shootings in America since the first of the 2023. So we are not in the proper times that we should be in. So I hope that you are able to get you a crystal or stone, or believe that some of these crystals and stones can protect you, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And
Shall prosper.
Do not see none of it. All I see is on social media. That's when I know shit is going on, because social media feeds is a portal of negativity, of destruction.
Kids, we didn't have cell phones.
We didn't have it.
We didn't have Facebook.
Sit there and look at this
We
shit all day and
had
just
live
leave this phone
links.
out.
We had live links that you had to call.
Party line?
The party line, the live links.
I was on the party line. Let me go there.
That's what we had.
I used to call the party line and just be like listening to people talk and
There was voice. There was they had a voicemail or whatever. But I used to take the bus to school. You know what I mean? I got my first job when I was 16, and I bought my first car. You know what I mean? But I had pager. We had pagers, but we had pay phones. We didn't have phones that you could carry around in your hand. If you didn't make it home before the lights went out on the street, then your ass was in trouble.
This is it. That's all they're doing today. If you look around you right now,
That's it.
that's all they're doing right here.
That's it.
Everybody's
You think that's not good? Hello, you see what they're doing to you
walking
kids?
and talking and driving and eating and everything with their cell phone in their hands, zombied out. And even when you're watching this media, guess what? You're not going to pay attention because it's not fast enough for you. It's not quick. It's not exciting. So you're going to scroll past and zombie out. That's what people are doing today.
So let me tell you something though. My daughter, when she gets in my car, I don't see a phone. She knows better. I don't want to see her on her phone. If someone's texting you or calling you, okay, that's different. But ain't nothing more important than what's going on right here.
Right here.
At this very moment.
And if you look at people, when you're doing this, and I've been in a couple car accidents. So when I was in a car accident, what saved my life is that I was alert that a car was coming. Because I felt it first, my energy felt it, and then I looked next, boom, we got hit. I got hit, and listen, I busted my head in 2017 coming back from California because I got hit by a driver getting off the accident in Eugene, Oregon. And the driver, he was a doctor going to a emergency call, and he sped through the light and smacked dead into a car. Spun us with me and my girlfriend around, and I hit the window, and I felt like I got a small concussion. I can't remember raps and all that type of shit to this day. So, but anyway, I had an attack on my life in it was 2011. I had an attack on my life, and I survived it because I was alert. If I did not see that car coming, Mark Woman could be in another realm right now, another zone.
But listen, God is good and He has a plan. Okay? So what is next? That's what I want to know. What is next? What is to come? I don't want to say expect. I just want to know what your plan is. Right now.
My plan is to say time out and bathroom break. Okay?
Shout out to the Dynasty.
Shout out to the Dynasty in the building, man. Dopest producer out the Spanaway area. That's what I want to say because, you know what I mean, we ain't blew up yet. But he in Tacoma. Dynasty, the producer, man, he's produced a few tracks for me as well, which will be featured on this interview as well. And so Miss Monaé wants to know what's next with King Wojak, the Jewler from Tacoma. And what I do know is that I keep my ear to the streets, to the universe, and to what's going on worldwide. And I do know that we are in some end times right now. So what's next for me is survival, okay? Every day is not promised. I can't plan that I'm gonna have plans for the future because I don't know what the future holds. But I do know what tomorrow holds when I do wake up, Def Jams. I do know what tomorrow holds when I do wake up, eating healthy, making sure that my body's right, fruits and vegetables, and staying alkaline. I do know what's next for my future when I wake up. If I can get another event, I go set up my event and display my product, not even paying attention to the end time prophecies, but I know it's coming. I know it's happening. There's wars and rumors of wars, and there's demons and all types of child molestations going on out here in this planet, and that I do not support. That is not a Def Gems product. That's not something Def Jam supports. We support good vibrations, beautiful people, smiles, lovely feelings, energy, and just crystals and stones. Crystals and stones. Spiritual warfare going on, folk. And if you ain't armored up, okay? Them demons know to stay away from this. Them demons know to stay away from this because we too positive. And they don't come around me, and no weapon formed against us shall prosper. So that's what we do know when we do wear our crystals and stones. Now go out there without the crystals and stones and get in an argument and fight with somebody over a parking spot, in the mall, fighting with people arguing, Blueface and Christian Rock arguing, you know. That right there is a topic that it's the worst.
But they do it on purpose to get views so they can come out with that, because Blueface music garbage, okay? So he's gonna do that. So this is his new avenue to get views with this toxic relationship with this toothless pit bull that he's dating, okay? She looked like a blue-nosed pit, you know what I mean? And she act just like it. So that's toxicity. And what they're trying to sell you, boys and girls in America, is toxicity. If you and your boyfriend are toxic, you might get millions of views. You might be famous. Then you might be able to get on a rap song and rap and might get more famous. But it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Okay? No, it's not going to happen, folks. So just just be patient. The biggest thing you can do is be patient. Know that it's coming, because if you don't know that it's coming, then you can't be patient.
Manifest.
Okay?
Speak on it. Ask God for specific prayers.
We're talking about the little kids right now. So little kids, be patient. The fast life is not the way to go. Drugs, prostitution, stripping, selling your body, showing yourself, trying to look older than you are is not the way to go. Be patient. And you shall grow into your divine right. You shall grow into your kingdom and your queendom. But you must be patient. But if you don't be patient, you're going to run out here and fall into 85,000 traps. And after 85,000 traps, you are worn down and you cannot really expect. But you can come back from that, but you're still going to be worn down. And I don't want you to be worn down after 85,000 traps. Monaé, are there traps out there?
There are 100,001 traps, and I'm still going through traps to this day.
Traps, and we must set ourselves free from these traps. So how do we set ourselves free? Is by nurturing our bodies, minds, and souls the right way. The foods we're under attack with the foods. We're under attack with the water. We're under attack with the air. I mean, they're spraying stuff late night, day night to try to keep us down. So whatever vibration, whatever new realm we're going into, no weapon formed against us shall prosper, and whatsoever we do will prosper. And that's my mantra for 2023. And we're here. We're just here to vibrate on a high vibration. And money, who cares? Who cares? Money's not going to save you. You can't take it with you. You can buy some food, but if you have vibration, if you have family, if you have good connection, if you have, spiritual guidance, you'll always eat. You'll always eat without money, fam. You'll always eat. So peace out, blessings. We are going to wrap this up.
Give your socials,
folks, please. I do have some socials. I am on TikTok at Def Gems, Wojak the Jewler. I am on Instagram under the same names. I am on Facebook under the same names. Def Gems, Wojak the Jewler. Def Gems, Wojak the Jewler. If you type in, find me, order you a piece, and I'll ship you out more than you have paid for. I guarantee you. You'll get more than you pay for. Bracelets, rings, everything. We've got. I don't do music like that, producer Jesse, but I do have music on Spotify, Criminal Nation, Wojak, Where You Going, and Blacklisted. If you look them up, there are 3 albums on there that are still
and what it is
to this day.
knowing your history.
To this day.
If you're from Tacoma,
To this day.
still up and running.
To this day. 2 years, 3 years, 4 years ago. Blacklisted. To this day, my music's still relevant, because I was talking about shit that's happening today 10 years ago. And I was too ahead of my time for MCs to understand me, or people to be like, oh, Wojak's a dope MC. Those who knew me knew I was a dope MC, but I was just too ahead of my time. Yeah. But my music to yesterday fits today, guarantee you. Look it up, or you can go to my website at defgems.com, kingwouniverse.com, and you can find a couple albums and beautiful pieces and some pictures and more artwork and more crystals and stones, because I do believe in the power of crystals and stones to protect your neck.
It was absolutely an honor, and thank you. Like he said, it's been like a year. I've been trying to get this interview done, and absolutely blessing. It was an honor. I feel so protected right now. I feel like there's nothing that I can't, I could walk out this door right now, and I'm good. You understand? I'm good. I'm good.
Copper wrap crystal pieces. You get a free necklace with the pendant. All you got to do is come down and support the pendant. I got a free bracelet for you as well. So let's just support Def Gems, the Tacoma brand, and let's blow Def Gems up so that everywhere in the world, they're going to respect Def Gems, and it comes from Tacoma. Maybe one day I can have a factory of folks wrapping copper and crystals, supporting Def Gems and shipping out pieces to the world, because we're selling pieces at $200 and $400 and $600 a piece, because it's a recognized brand from Tacoma.
And you will, and it's coming. You heard it first on Monaé Media. Wojak the Jewler, Mark Womack, man, everything. It was an honor and a pleasure. I appreciate you so much. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And you will grow from here even further. When I look back from a year from now, and look at Miss Monaé, she's going to be even bigger than she is today. So I am happy to be a part of this launch, and hopefully that she'll slay every interview, period. Just slay every interview. Talk loud, be proud, speak with your chest, say it with your chest, and have no fear, because we fear no one, okay? We have no fear, and it's a powerful thing to have no fear, to be walking around here on this earth with no fear. Not at all, fam.
None. I'm protected. 100%. It's your girl Melissa with Monaé Media.
Get you like a baller. They call me a gym rat. Stomp in the mud cause it rains on my brain with no hats on. You can feel my anger while it bangs in this black song. I am mad at the world, mad at the world. I am mad at the world, mad at the world. We are mad at the world, mad at the world. We are mad at the world, mad at the world. I took the 40 last year, shed a couple tears. Clenched my fist tighter like a street fighter, fighting out of fear. In the jungles with the lions and the snakes and mosquitoes. You could catch the virus, die violent in a fetal position. My intention is to clear up your vision, so you can see the future better. Duck the devil's henchmen. Working for the rich men, they do it for the check. They gung-ho till they catch the plow to the neck. It's important to respect every human being walking. Devils want beef, bring the heat, fuck talking. There's not an easy option, we gon' bang till the lights out. Blow the whole roof off the building of the White House. My style's conflict, kung fu mixed with Shaolin. Let the beast out, full moon wolves is howling. We running wild packs, jack victims with the straps. Lay them down on the cement, demons again. Like an implant, hang where the pimp's at. Play like a baller, they call me a gym rat. Stomp in the mud cause it rains on my brain with no hats on. You can feel my anger while it bangs in this black song. I am mad at the world, mad at the world. I am mad at the world, mad at the world. We are mad at the world, mad at the world. We are mad at the world, mad at the world. Like Job Blaze on the beat, I never sleep, eat animal carcass. My rhyme style the darkest. I rip apart these niggas, eat they flesh like zombies. Grab the mic, then I grab my nuts and get on.